I have a brother and a sister. For 18 years, my parents had the master bedroom, my siblings shared the second room, and I slept on the balcony. So when my parents finally decided to upgrade to a 4-bedroom house, I cried tears of pure joy. After the housewarming party, we chose our rooms. My parents took the master suite. My brother Ross picked the room next to theirs. My sister Mia, smiling, moved into the northern bedroom. Excited, I headed toward the last room, but Mia stopped me. Alex, wrong way. Your room's over there. She pointed to the balcony, where my familiar wooden bed waited. It hit me then. The problem was never the house size, but my place in their hearts. As I stood frozen, the others gathered in the last room, now a game room. Mia squealed with delight. Ross admired his sneaker shelf. My mom showed my dad his new ergonomic chair. I finally don't have to work at the dining table, he said, touched. Thanks, Mom. We love you, they chorused. I watched them, a perfect, happy family, through the doorway. Tears streamed down my face. Even after 10 years on the balcony, in this new house, there was still no room for me. An hour later, the novelty of their new shared space wore off, and they trickled out of the room. They finally noticed me, still standing in the same spot, my eyes red and swollen from crying. Mia, oblivious as ever, came over and poked my arm. What's wrong, Alex? Did the new house break your brain or something? Ross let out a short laugh, but it died in his throat when he met my gaze. He walked over, trying to sound magnanimous. Look, if you really don't want the balcony, I guess we could switch. Before I could even speak, my parents shot him down in unison. Absolutely not. You're studying for your grad school exams. You need proper rest. A bitter wave washed over me. So they knew. They knew sleeping on the balcony meant you couldn't rest properly. But I have my college entrance exams coming up, I whispered, my voice barely audible. I thought that might spark a flicker of guilt, but their expressions remained unchanged. You've done it for 10 years. You're used to it, my mother said. Your brother isn't. My father's stern gaze was laced with reprimand. He's a light sleeper, Alex. You know that, my mother chimed in, her tone scolding. Honestly, this boy always has to compare everything. You're being so immature. The tears I just managed to stop started flowing again, hot and unstoppable. Immature. How much more mature could I possibly be? There were 3 kids, and I wasn't even the oldest, yet I was the only one who ever did chores. Even during my middle school finals, studying until midnight, I still had to find time to wash the dinner dishes, do the laundry, and mop the floors. With Ross's offer vetoed, all eyes turned to Mia. She shrieked instantly. You even think about making me sleep on the balcony, and I'll make sure none of you get a wink of sleep, ever. My mother stroked her hair with a look of helpless adoration. Don't you worry, my little princess. We'd make anyone sleep out there before you. That's more like it, Mia said smugly. I'll let you off the hook for now. No need to call Grandma and Grandpa to complain. I stood my ground, refusing to move my things to the balcony. The silence in the hallway was thick with tension. The urge to just turn around and walk out, to leave it all behind, pulsed through me, but I forced it down. 8 years of living as a guest in my aunt's house had given me a desperate, bottomless craving for a real home. Even if this family didn't cherish me the way I'd imagined, at least it was my home. At least I wasn't a beggar living under someone else's roof. Swallowing my hurt and resentment, I tried one last time, my voice trembling. But what about the last room? Can't I just stay there for a little while? No! This time, all 4 of them said it at once. The last fragile flicker of hope for their affection died in my chest. With a furious roar, I swept my arm across the dining table, sending the carefully constructed pyramid of soda cans crashing to the floor. If that's how it is, I choked out, my eyes burning, then there's no reason for me to be in this house at all. I grabbed my worn-out duffel bag and stormed out without a backward glance. Just as I reached the elevator, a hand clamped down on the back of my collar. Stop right there! Where do you think you're going?